Uh, what is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK, Trotterberg, Dr.blick, the darkest man who around us today, guys. I'm here with Vengefulwilberg. Say hi to the people, man.
Hey, what is good, bros and bros? This is your boy Vengefulwilberg here, and I'm here, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. You know, I'm ecstatic, and boy, oh boy, it's gonna be a lot of fun today. Thanks for having me, my boy.
Oh, no problem. That intro was that intro had me weak. But anyway, guys, we're going to be talking about the next One Piece game, and there's been news of a trademark, and the trademark has been Unlimited World, or Unlimited like something, pretty much Unlimited something. And this has brought up the speculation of Unlimited World 2, and let me just give it to Veg. What's your thought process of Unlimited World? Like, would you accept another Unlimited World Red 2? Like, would you accept it?
Oh boy. Honestly, it's a toss-up. This is very hard to answer. It's almost like it depends on the execution, because if you look at the game, like the first Unlimited Red, like the game basically looked like a bootleg Pirate Warriors game. So at first glance, if you base it off of the previous game, chances are you're not really going to want it. I mean, like at this point, you look at the game in its entirety, and they really are going to have to make some tremendous strides to make this game more desirable. I mean, the only thing that I could say at this point is, basically, if I'm not mistaken, this game was not released in, I think it was released way back in 2004, I would say.
Unlimited World.
I'm thinking it was. I think it was 2000.
I think it was 2014.
Was it 2014?
One of those years. I know it's not that. It's not. I know it's not 2004 level, or because.
I feel.
If you go in 2004, that is way before Rob Lucci, and Rob Lucci's on the game.
Oh fuck! You know what? Damn. Well, you know, I'm gonna admit that. So okay, yes, it had to be 2014. Yeah. I think. I don't know the year. All I know is the game looks extremely dated, and they have to do something drastic to make this game even desirable. Because honestly, if they was to just make a sequel and the game is not enhanced in any way, I would just put big ass thumbs down, bro. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like in my opinion, I feel like it's a step backwards. Because, like, remember how people were making videos called Burning Blood? Is Burning Blood the turning point for One Piece game? And essentially, Burning Blood was, like, a lot of people were looking at Burning Blood because it was a fighter. A lot of people were actually getting into One Piece because of Burning Blood, because of the way it looked and everything. And there's one thing that Spike are really good at, and that is making models for characters. Spike actually know how to make characters look good and know how to make stuff look good. And if you look at the comparison between Burning Blood and Unlimited World Red, if you were to make a comparison on the sequel, obviously it would look better. But when you make a new game, you're automatically going to compare it to the old game, especially with so Unlimited World is going to be compared to Burning Blood. And in my opinion, I don't feel like it would be better than Burning Blood. Even though Burning Blood didn't do as well as it could have, I still do not think that it would do as well. And I know there's theories out there from Dugan saying that he feels that Unlimited World is going to come out this year, and then the year after is going to be Burning Blood 2. And me, in my opinion, that's hopeful thinking. But he might be onto something, but it's still hopeful thinking, you know what I mean, man?
Yeah, I feel
but in my opinion, I feel like Unlimited World like 2, if it was going to happen, I feel like it's a bad idea. It's a step in the wrong direction. It's a bootleg Pirate Warriors. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm not going to lie. I'll still play the game because I like One Piece. But if I was to say I'm going to get hype or build the hype that I did for Burning Blood, I can't. Unless they show me something drastic. They would not give me the same hype as I got when I first saw the first Burning Blood trailer. It would not give it to me. I won't get it. Or the hype of when Vengeful had the freaking cream in his hands and he was pumping. I don't think Unlimited World can build that hype. Like, I don't think it'll build that hype. I don't think it'll last long. But then again, we could be wrong. They could have a lot of features because it's an adventure-based game. It's quote unquote unlimited. But seeing the first one, it should have been called Limited World.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop. You got anything to add? I feel like I'm firing shots at Unlimited World.
Well, let's add one more. Let's add another thing of wood to the fire, right? You forgot to mention what you called it. You called Unlimited World Red a poor man's. What was that? Poor man's pirate
poor man's
warriors?
pirate warriors. Yeah.
That was so savage. Like you said, like if you look at it and you compare look at the previous game, you're obviously gonna look, kind of look at it like, I don't know if they're gonna do any better, because like I looked at the gameplay, I was not impressed with that game at all. Like gameplay wise, it was obviously ripped straight. It was basically straight out of Pirate Warriors, bro. Because when I looked at it, I mean, you could even look at, when you pause the game, you can even look at the layout. Oh snap, I smacked the microphone, so I know. You can even look at the layout, and it's so reminiscent of Pirate Warriors. Mm-hmm. You look at the gameplay, and you look at the background and how everything looks. When you encounter the enemies, it was like they're all within you know how you would have like that invisible boundary, and there's a boundary because of the color or something.
Yeah.
It was like a gigantic circle every time you fought enemies. And it looked so linear. And to make matters worse, it looks like it takes a good... you'll run through the entire area for maybe about a good minute. And you see no one. You see no one to fight. No one to fight. And then it just looked so watered down that it would be hard for me to fathom, a part 2. And like you said, like if they was to do a part 2, or they may have some new name for it, they're really gonna have to turn it up in order to make this game more than just filler content. You know what I mean? Because like you said, I feel like Dugan was up to something in regards to that, especially if Bandai Namco is really going for that, at least release like one Piece game every year kind of model.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with what you're saying. But like you said, with Limited World, if they're gonna do a second one, there's glaring, and I mean glaring issues that you gotta face. And these glaring issues are glaring issues that you can see in other games, such as Adventure Mode and Storm. The speed of getting around places, it looks a bit too slow for my liking. There's one thing I gotta give it credit for, is the fact that it has its own original story. But having its own original story in an anime game, it still doesn't mean anything, because Xenoverse 2, yeah, and Xenoverse 2, like so having its own story it sounds like a pro of paper, but like on paper, but like when you actually look at the reality of things, it's mostly gonna be a con. I know they added new characters and that, but with games like that, I feel like Burn and Blood, it was a step in the right direction, and a step in the direction that people wanted, because we just got a fighting game, and now you're gonna throw us back into the old pattern that we were originally in, bruh. That's like me. I will say, that's like YouTube giving me 100K one day, yeah. The next day, like, yo, you're back to 2K, fam. That's just coonery, you know what I'm saying? That's coonery.
Yeah.
So it's iffy on how they're gonna do it, but there's a lot of glaring issues. They've got a lot of stuff that they got to look at, and there's some stuff I generally do not think that will be sorted out with this game. But at the end of the day, me and Veg and Flash and Dugan and all the other people that cover One Piece, we're gonna cover this news with a smile on our face. Be happy at Unlimited Travis. I'm joking. No, but for real though, for real, like, it's something that we're gonna look into. Obviously, we don't know what the game's gonna be like. We don't know what the game looks like. It's all based on assumptions. So what we're saying, there has no correlation to it, but like there has no correlation in terms of us being right or wrong. But at the end of the day, you can kind of see where we're coming from. We're based on what they did with the last game, and yeah, drastic improvements. Because it's been about 3 years since Unlimited World came out, so you could do quite a bit in 3 years.
Right.
So yeah. So Veg, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, one more quick tidbit, because I don't know 100% exactly where the game originally... Better yet, forget what I just said. I do have an idea, because we did have a discussion about this, and Flash mentioned that Unlimited World Red, it's like a tongue twister, was originally on the 3DS, and it was ported to, if I'm not mistaken, the Wii console, and then it was also ported, I think it was the PS3. I don't remember if it was the PS3 or not. It may have been the PS3. And so, with that said, if we wanted to try to be more fair or a little more lenient, I mean, there's only so much you can do with a handheld, especially with the 3DS. So maybe, just maybe, there's a probability that this game is going to be fleshed out a whole lot more with a sequel. Because, I mean, if you look at all the consoles that's available now, you know, they have more to work with. Even the Nintendo Switch. Because even though the Nintendo Switch is not as powerful as, like, the PS4 and the Xbox One, it still can deliver some pretty decent graphics, so, among other things as well. So there's still the probability that something good can come out of this. But like you mentioned, if we was to look at the previous game, that doesn't give us much to go on. Because we're always going to base our opinion on the previous game. And the fact that, you know, like the game literally felt more like a watered down Pirate Warriors game, that wouldn't give someone a lot of confidence.
Exactly. And there's nothing we got to bear in mind. I would accept this game if it's more of a supporting game. What I mean by that is, you know how like Great Pirate Coliseum, that was more of a supporting game, but the main game that they promoted was Burn and Blood. If this came out as a supporting game or a game exclusive to the Switch or yada yada yada, whatever they are planning to do with this, then I'll be more comfortable. But for this to be the main One Piece game, because when it comes to the main like console game for like the fandom, you gotta bear in mind that's the game that the fandom's gonna play for the majority of the time. So like with Xenoverse 2, that's the main one, and then you got the supporting game as Project or as Fusions. You know, so with this, if this was a side game, it wouldn't be like the expectation wouldn't be as high. But the fact that it is a One Piece title and Burn and Blood came out almost a year ago. Like next month it'll be a year since Burn and Blood actually got released. So you know how it is. So we're just sitting here with our hands like together with a cup of coffee there, just waiting for the next One Piece game because Burn and Blood kind of dry. We need some new material.
Indeed. You're right about that.
No, but you got anything else to add, or can I end this video?
I think that's just about it. Not much else to say.
Okay, so guys, make sure you check out Vengefulwilberg channel. Link will be in the description below. I highly recommend it. So, let me just wrap up this video. So, please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please like, rate, and if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, this UK Chocolate Brother will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Peace.